umomgtarot, and this is your Are They Even Interested tarot card reading. So this reading is for the Aries who are asking themselves this question about their person. We're going to have a look at who or whatever vibe this person's bringing to this situation. Then we'll do a tarot card spread. Here we go. All right, first vibe coming in is the Taurus vibe, and the energy around you shows the abundance of nature. It is rich, earthy, and productive, yet relaxed and slow. So we already have somebody who has a little bit of that lover, but not, I'm a lover, not a fighter, but I will fight you type energy. This person also has very stubborn energy, and they have like traditional values. They like to be comfortable at home, so they want somebody who ultimately will fit into their lifestyle and fit into their home life, and that's what they're usually after. But there's a little bit of like know-it-all energy and possessiveness type of energy, so they need to be in control, and you need to like that about them. Then we have Gemini energy, and they're good at talking their way into control. Gemini energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, and informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. So your person is really a good speaker, a good negotiator. And so anytime you make an agreement with them, they're definitely going to talk themselves into some deals or some compromise. So it won't just be like an easy compromise type thing. I think this person has the gift of gab, the gift of persuasion, and so that's the type of person you'd be dealing with. And that makes sense why you wouldn't be clear if they're still interested, because they need terms of service before they get into anything, right? Always trying to make a good business decision. Your final zodiac card is Virgo. We're planting our feet at work. You can already tell that work and earnings, income, that kind of thing is important to this person, and putting in the time, putting in the hours and the service is going to be important to this person. So with Virgo energy, the energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, and humble, with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. This can make this person also very critical, that you might know them as somebody who criticizes so that you can be better. I'm doing it for your own benefit. I'm pointing out flaws. I'm pointing out imperfections, but I'm doing it because I care. And with their possessiveness and their willingness to talk and say too much, this person is totally capable of communicating their thoughts and feelings. So are you interested? Well, let's have a look. We have two little Mercury. So I'll just say it properly. Mercury is a planetary ruler for Gemini and Virgo, so communication is huge with this person. And Venus rules Taurus, and that's about that whole lover stuff, beauty, art type vibe. So let's communicate lovingly is essentially what this person wants to do. Communicate effectively and be a good negotiator, but protector as well. So let's have a look. Is this person interested? Are they interested? Are they interested in our dear friends, the Aries? The Sun. Here comes the Sun, boo-boo. This is happy energy. This is very egocentric energy, and I mean, like, you make things fun. I feel light, happy, breezy around you. You make things interesting. I feel not bored. I feel free and adventurous with you. So if that's the type of vibe you're carrying, it's looking good. It's looking good so far. Your next card is Two of Coins. We see duality here. We see partnership and duality. At least it's on the mind, but this person seems to be juggling some aspect of this connection or situation. Like if they have a situation at home and a situation outside, they're juggling, trying to find time, and you might find that this person is just trying to balance and figure out ways to put you into their life, work you in logistically into their life. Like maybe they have to take a day off and go visit you from however far you live. Maybe like they actually have to make a conscious effort and juggle, and that might result in getting kind of the bare minimum at times, to be honest, because there's a little bit of that youthful, childish energy. And this person might not be considering the depth of their absence, the impact of their absence. Ooh, we walked right into this one. Now we have the Knight of Swords in here, and we all know that the Knight of Swords is rather impulsive, which is cute, considering there's a lot of earth energy here, and they're usually slow to move things forward. So if you're wanting things to be like, oh, hey, I love you all of a sudden. No, not the case with earth signs. But with the Knight of Swords, they may rage and regret. The Knight of Swords is very impulsive. They hear the news, they don't care about the details, and they react and they act. But this Knight of Swords is in reverse, so there may be a little bit of regret. There may be something that this person impulsively said or thought that they want to take back. And so while they're juggling and trying to balance you, maybe they cut some things out and they shouldn't have. They should put more time into it. Maybe they tried to spend more time with you by taking those couple of days off, and then the company went under. Or, like, there's usually some sort of, I hastily tried to balance out both of us, but I went about it too quickly. I didn't ease into it as I normally would have, and it's worked against me. So this person might have this creates a situation where this person may have been like trying to make an effort, a special effort in the beginning, and then now they've pulled back, and you'd be like, oh, well, I guess they're not as interested anymore. Whereas like, no, they have to recoup the damage they did by making time for you the first time. So it's a complicated thing, complex, and something that this person is likely to be mum's the word on. I'm not going to just get vulnerable with you for no reason, and I want you to think that I have things under control. I'm not going to express this to you, but I may pull back a little bit, and I might have a little chip on my shoulder, just a tad, and it might not even be directed at you, just at the situation. So just don't pick at that scab, is what I say. We have the King of Swords. Again, this person has things under control, and they're doing what they need to do. They might even be making a difficult sacrifice or making some tough decisions in order to get the end result that they want. However, they are coming off a little bit harsh and a little bit resentful towards the end of this reading. They're trying to balance, but them trying to find balance has led them to do things hastily, and they may have grown this bigger and bigger chip on their shoulder. I thought that, with the Knight of Swords, they might have been impulsive, and that would be on them, but they wouldn't necessarily be resentful towards you, because that's what they're doing. It's like a lesson learned, and now I'll do better. But then we have the King of Swords, who's like, I have to put my foot down and say no, or I have to assert my boundaries and limit my time and make sure I get enough rest, or make sure whatever the rules are, they're followed in order for this to work out. And especially if this person isn't necessarily available right now, they are going to be assertive and be very clear about what their intentions are. And that may not be to hurt you or inflict any type of emotional damage. It's just to let you know what is what. What is what. And that's what the King of Swords has to do. It's not a pretty scene, because it's like, to summon this King of Swords energy, you have to muster up the courage to be clear. And sometimes, even though they know they risk you being upset, you being disappointed, which they care about, this is why they had to buck up their chest, because they had to like stand by it for the long-term vision. That's their nature, and that's the King's nature, is to think of planning for the future, not just hastily doing something, which is why they would probably be super disappointed at what they did before. But I feel like, again, with this type of balancing or whatever, in the beginning, I feel like this person may have been really fun to be around. The sun energy, we see two people there having a blast, carefree, doing whatever, but this person just may be coming to a point in their life where they have to get serious real quick, and so that might make you feel ignored and like they don't take you seriously or anything. But I don't think that is the case. This person has, oh, look at that. Speak of the devil, we have the Eight of Wands. This signifies a lot of effort being made, to be honest, and even traveling, doing leg work. But the Eight of Wands is in reverse, so I feel like this will be a special thing that if there's enough effort put in, you'll know. The level of effort that this person puts in is the giveaway as to if they are interested or not. Even though they have to redirect and reallocate them boundaries and those rules or whatever, or put their foot down and be like, no, if I have to work, I'm not calling in sick ever again. Or like, you know what I mean? Like, if something has happened to trigger them and make them have to designate some boundaries, you got to trust that they're doing it for the best and the forward progression of the connection. And appreciate when they do put in effort. They may not put in as much, but the effort that they do put in has to be treasured and cherished until they can put in more. Because the Eight of Wands, even though it's in reverse, it's still on its way to be upright, and that would be a lot of effort. I just feel like there has to be a smoother and maybe lower slopage of getting to that Eight of Wands energy. Because this person seems like they have enough fire to want to put a lot of energy into your relationship or into growing a relationship with you. But I feel like it's like, almost like they want it just to be organic, like the earth, like all the earthy qualities they have. They don't want to put no nuclear pesticides on it just to make it go faster, and then like, oh crap, what kind of monster did I make? They want to ride slow. All right, so are they interested? Yes, but they're interested in the long route, and their interest is shown by the amount of effort they put in. And even if they put a lot of effort and pull back, they will define some boundaries for success and put in the appropriate amount of energy, and not that obsessive love bomb energy. All right, so that is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment, share the video, and if you'd like your own personal reading, please check out the description. There's a link to my website as well as a link to my Etsy shop. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.